Welcome back, guys. Happy Monday. Happy Mercury direct. Let's intend that will be reflected today with our technology here on Insight Timer. Greetings, Jacqui and friends. Happy Monday. Hi, Jacqui. Hi, Bonnie. She says, hi, Jacqui and crew. Feel free to jump in the chat, guys, and say hello. Maybe let us know where you're joining from, how your weekend was. Anything you want to share. If you're new to us, my name is Jacqui Mancuso, and I'm joining you from Northern Illinois, where this May cannot make up its mind weather-wise. We're going from 85 to 40 to all over the place. Rainy. It's supposed to rain all day. Just kidding. It's going to spit on you for 5 minutes. It's been all over the place. I think Mercury retrograde impacted the weather as well. Good morning, Jane. Very nice to see you. Hello, Carol. Happy Monday from Southern Ontario. Thanks for joining us from Canada. Good morning, Kimberly. Welcome, welcome. We have an actionable week this week. We have a pretty active astrological week. Nothing bad. It's just been, I feel like things have been kind of like low. And now this week we have quite a few things going on. So I'll be here today, tomorrow, and Friday on Insight Timer to talk all about what's going on. So you can see on my teacher profile all of my classes that are scheduled. And then I just scheduled tomorrow after Insight Timer. I'm going to do like an extended session on YouTube Live. So today we're talking about Mars and Neptune. It's a harmonious aspect. It's good. Tomorrow, Jupiter is entering Taurus. And Jupiter is going to be in Taurus for the next year. So we'll talk about that. And then if you hop onto YouTube after tomorrow's event, I'm going to talk about how it'll impact you more personally, depending on what house it's in your chart. The YouTube lives have been more intimate, so it's kind of fun. It's more interactive personally. And then what else is happening this week? On Friday, we have a new moon in Taurus. There's a lot I can say about that. And then on Saturday, Mars is changing signs. So this whole week we have 2 planets changing signs and we have a new moon. So it's just a lot of shifting before we're just about to enter Gemini season. Gemini season's going to start, I think, on Sunday, if I remember my dates correctly. But yeah, we are getting going. We're swirling up the energy. Lori, hello everyone, and Jacqui from southern Wisconsin. Welcome, Lori. I'm like 10 minutes south of the border, so we're probably much closer neighbors than we realize. Keela, good morning from Dallas, Texas. Welcome. Gina says good morning from Montreal. Hello, Giselle. Good morning, Alicia. Bonnie, thank you kindly for your donation. Very much appreciated. So, happy Mercury direct. Mercury was retrograde from April 21st until pretty much this morning. Mercury is now direct, so you might notice that your thoughts are a little bit more cohesive, more on track. You might notice that scheduling things happens with ease. You might notice that travel happens with more ease now. Technology may have less issues moving forward. And then just to keep you updated on the retrograde thing, right now we just have Pluto retrograde. And then we're in that phase until October. So Pluto's going to be stationed retrograde for quite a while. But it's not until about a month from now that Saturn will go retrograde. And then next month, at the end of the month, Neptune will also turn retrograde, so all we have to worry about right now is Pluto. So, not too slow moving. When lots of planets station retrograde, it can kind of feel like that's not sinking, but like you're being held down. Your energy's just like, ugh. But right now it's just Pluto. So we had Venus and Saturn having a harmonious aspect over the weekend on Saturday. So I wanted to ask you guys how that was for you, how your weekend was. We talked about Saturn trine Venus, so making a harmonious aspect in Pisces and Cancer, so water signs. Saturn is spiritual discipline. Saturn in Pisces, spiritual discipline. And then Venus was kind of softening that. So leading with your emotions, leading with your intuition. Jennifer had a sleepy weekend that definitely resonates. That watery, just like, I just want to flow. Maybe I'll be a lazy river this weekend. How it manifested for me was cleaning my whole house. I got a lot of stupid chores that have been in the back burner done over the weekend. And to me, I saw that also as some spiritual discipline because your external impacts your internal, right? So I was cleaning up my space, tying up loose ends. That's something I've been kind of focusing on too, is just like wrapping things up that have been open and lingering for a long time. So we have that Saturn trine Venus. Venus is moving away from the trine, but those energies are still available probably for the rest of the week. Giselle says, I was and am exhausted. Yeah, I mean, we're just coming off of that Mercury retrograde too, so that can still... Ugh. Chantel says, arguments all weekend, but got over them with communicating better. My husband and I got into an argument yesterday, and I even gave him like an attaboy because it's been a work in progress for us that our arguments are becoming less and less explosive. And yesterday it was pretty much, he was just like, these are my feelings. And I was like, these are my feelings. And then that was it. And it was pretty cool that it was easier than normal. Alicia had a tired and sad weekend. I'm sorry to hear that. But these, like I said, these energies are still here to give us that boost, you know? So I hope that, you know, sometimes when you go down, it's just to show you how to get back up, you know? If you're, and this was something that my husband and I talked about, because one of his biggest, like, he just wants me to be happy all of the time, whether that's for my enjoyment or his enjoyment, whatever. But that's his kind of like go-to. Like, Jacqui needs to be happy. She needs to be happy all the time. If she's sad, it's my job to bring her happy. We were talking, and I was telling him, like, if you don't go down, if you never have winter, why would you want to be happy all the time? So yeah, sometimes you need to dip down for this to be more enjoyable, more worthwhile, if you know what I mean. There's a time and place for everything. Christine, late to the party this morning, but as you would say, Jacqui, I got here exactly when I was meant to. That is very true, Christine. Giselle's been eating a lot. In your case, I think that's a good thing. Yeah, everything is all, there's so much like intuitive energy going on right now too. So today, what we're talking about is Mars is trining Neptune. Another harmonious aspect in the same water signs that we had Venus trine Saturn over the weekend. So Mars is at 27 degrees of Cancer, and Neptune is at 27 degrees of Pisces. Hi, Lindsay. No one's ever late, but very happy to be here. Very happy to have you, Lindsay. So Mars is the planet of like aggression. He's the planet of war and action, right? Neptune is the god of the seas. He's the ruler of our dreams, our subconscious, our unconscious, our hopes, and our wishes. So we have this trine happening where our aggression is already uncomfortable in Cancer. Mars just feels awkward in Cancer because he just wants to go, but Cancer is like, nope, you can't move forward, you gotta move sideways, right? Think about how a crab moves. So Mars, he only has the rest of the week in Cancer. So if your action has felt like more emotional, like you haven't wanted to get off the couch and do things because you'd rather just sit around and cry. Like that's Mars in Cancer. Story of my life. That's where my natal placement is. But Neptune is here to kind of help him out. On top of this, so trines are when planets are 120 degrees away. They make this really nice, if you had 3 planets in a grand trine, it makes this really nice equilateral triangle. It just looks pleasing to the eye. So Mars and Neptune are trine, and then the sun is right in the middle. And I believe today or tomorrow, the sun will pass over that exact 27 degree mark. But so we have, oh my gosh, going back to like sophomore year of high school. Is that, no, that's not an isosceles. Whatever. The sun is sextile Mars and Neptune. She's like right in the center. He's right in the center, shining a brilliant light on all of this. So we're receiving a lot of softness and a lot of assistance from the skies in what area? Fighting for your dreams, right? Mars, fighting, doing, acting on. Neptune, your dreams. Like what the naive reality that you hope to have one day. I'm going to call myself out right now because I just read over old natal chart write-ups from when I was like diving into astrology years and years ago. I used to purchase these like PDF write-ups on my natal chart. And it's just interesting to read multiple astrologers' point of view. And it's very eye-opening to see how different astrologers view things from different lenses. However, most of these charts were calling me out on being this like naive rose-colored glasses, like you have this dreamy aspect about what life can be. And I was reading it, and at first I was like, oh man, I guess I am. But then I started to embrace it, and I'm like, I know that we create our own reality. That's a fact. Like that's a law. The law of attraction. You attract to you what you put out. So yeah, why not? Why not spread rainbows and butterflies all over the place, you know? But that is the energy that's available for everyone right now. And Mars is helping you, like, act on it. Chantel says, that sounds like me and my partner. Are you talking about me and my husband's argument? Christine says, we had a crazy experience trying to return shoes at DSW. It took an hour and 45 minutes. Too much to explain, but we felt like we were on a different planet. I think that's hilarious. That's very, very, Mercury retrograde for sure. Giselle, I'm going to be weird, but I got attacked by some entity today. It was terrifying. I apologize. Sending you lightness over there. So this is the energy, Mars trine Neptune, of making your dreams a reality. Prayer, Neptune, plus action, Mars. And the lingering behind is being fueled by your emotions and your intuition. Cancer, Pisces, water, right? And then the sextile, right in the middle, we have that Taurus sun giving us the stability to make this happen, the stamina, the tenacity to achieve. Taurus is extremely stubborn, right? So no matter how out there this dream might be, Neptune, water signs, that Taurus sun helps you be in it for the long haul. So whatever you want to change in your life, like put it out to the universe and write it down and then choose to make what you want a reality. Like everything that happens in our universe, I talk about this all the time, we have free will. So this is available, but it's completely up to you for how to use the energy. You can always turn to the shadow sides of things, like lamenting on negative experiences. There's a difference between processing and lamenting. Lamenting is kind of like fueling the ego, like I need attention and this is bad on me, like I need someone to feel sorry, or acting through like processing, where you say, this happened, what am I to learn from it? You know what I'm saying? So that Mars action in Cancer, like let's do something with these emotions, Mars in Cancer. Don't just let them take over our lives. choose to act to make your dreams a reality. So something else I just wanted to mention before we pull some oracle cards. Mars is moving through the last degrees of Cancer. So he's almost done. There's a difference between processing and lamenting. Thanks, Bonnie, for the thumbs up. That's something that, it was one of those things that like I never had words to say, and that just came through right now. So cool. Mars is almost done in Cancer. He's at 27 degrees. He will move out of Cancer and into Leo on Saturday, which is just a shift in energy, right? Nothing's good or bad until you determine that it's good or bad. It's just a shift. So when Mars moves into Leo, he is going to be opposite of Pluto in Aquarius. They'll be 180 degrees across from the sky. This is like Pluto applying pressure to Mars. And Pluto in Aquarius rules, it's like giving power to Aquarius has to do with the future, our hopes and dreams, like what's out there, what's coming. So Pluto, this like master planet, Pluto, right? He has the farthest orbit. He has the most power over the skies. He sees the end game. Like Pluto kind of knows where this is all going. And especially in Aquarius, the emotionally detached sign of Aquarius, Pluto, I get this feel from him. He's like, been there, done that. You know, like, I'm not gonna harp on all these little occurrences, like, been there, done that. This is where we're going. So I'm feeling this opposition. And this is like current now. So I'm talking about this now because Mars is closing in on this opposition. It'll lock in on Saturday or Sunday, and then it'll slowly dispel. But this is like Pluto mentoring Mars. I'm seeing this as Pluto being like a coach. Like Pluto knows this is where we're going. I'm going to help you get there. And it's that pressure of like, I'm going to make this difficult, but it's worth it. Like I'm going to coach you on what you can do with your actions to make it worth your while. And I was trying to, you guys know I love my metaphors. I love relating this to like real life situations. And one is about to come through, but it's that like, it's like parenting. Like I'm going to make you do these things that you don't want to do, but I know it's for your highest good. And I'm talking about parenting like I have kids or like I was parented. What's another good example? Like being a teacher, you know, like, or like working out, like you got to do the hard work sometimes. That's Pluto saying like, here, I'm going to put some pressure on you. Like you might have to let go of certain things. Pluto is all about destruction, leaving the nasty behind. But it's all to help you get to that higher place. Like Pluto knows what's best. If you resist it, then you're resisting growth. Yeah. So dream your dream. Today we have Mars trine Neptune. Dream your dream. Neptune is strong this week, and he's helping Mars make it happen. Pluto might be over here screaming across from you like, let go of that person, let that go, let that thought go, like let that pattern leave, you don't need it, it doesn't empower you. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like I could say a lot more, but I'd like to get to the cards. Today I want to ask the cards what will help us make our dream a reality. And I answered all of our questions right now. Just kidding. A thought just came through, or a download, or whatever you want to call it. But in order to make your dreams a reality, you have to get clear on what you want. So I'll just throw that out there. That might be a little bit illused right now with all of this watery energy. I've described this before. I don't remember where it came from. But you can be looking at your Neptune dreams, but there's like flowing water in front of your vision. And like you can see the dreams. You can see what your end goal is, but it's just not super clear. So I don't know if that's going to come out through the cards, but that came through strong that I had to say that. Like in order to achieve the life that you want, you have to know what you want. Yeah, and I think I might be saying that more for myself. Because I can get into that flow of like, I know that the universe loves me. I trust that the universe knows what's best for me. I'm just going to sit back and do what comes up. But you do need to have a goal in mind. The power of visualization is huge. The power of writing down an intention, writing down a manifestation that you want, and then watching it come to fruition. Yesterday, when my husband and I had that argument that was more of a conversation than an argument, I was reminded, and I told him about this, about 3 years ago, I was like, that's when I was like dipping my toes into this manifestation thing, and I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as I am with every new thing that comes across my awareness. But I started this like manifestation list, and it was a very heavy process of writing down what you have, right? What you have that you don't like. Just get it out. Put it on paper. Make it, like get it out of your body and put it onto paper. I don't like that. My husband and I argue and they get explosive and it's not productive because we're just yelling our emotions and we're not getting anywhere. Then you write out what you want instead. Like, I want to have productive conversations where we are not heavily emotional and we get to the point and progress is actually made. And then I forgot the last part has to do with your affirmations, like writing about what you're grateful for as if it's in the present moment. I'm grateful that I can communicate easily with my husband. I am grateful that we come to conclusions and growth through our conversations. Blah, blah, blah. You get the rest. I did that exact thing 3 years ago. And then we had our conversation yesterday and it was like, poof, like it finally hit me. Like I asked for this years ago, but I wanted it so badly that I chose to take action. Every time we had an argument, it was like a little bit easier and a little bit easier and a little bit easier for me to step back and see the conversation for what it really was. Yeah. So I stopped engaging and then all this stuff. But like manifestation works in that way. Just tell the universe what you want, let go of timelines, and then watch it happen. Let's see who Chantel says, it's a good time to put things into action today or wait until Saturday. Follow your intuition, Chantel. Yeah, follow your intuition. It's really hard to say because I love looking at specific natal charts because I get real detailed when it comes to astrology personally. It depends on what's going on in the Cancer area of your chart, what's going on in the Leo area of your chart. Yeah, it's hard to say. If you take action now, let it come from your intuition, water, emotions. Now, I'm not saying to like throw a temper tantrum, but do it from a highly evolved emotional lens. Like if you're angry that something's happening, talk to the anger and then act on what is to be achieved through that anger. Don't act from the anger. You know what I'm saying? That's Mars in Cancer. If you wait until Mars in Leo, that gives you a little bit more fire, right? Because Leo is a fixed fire sign. Leo's very creative. It's hard to say. I would follow your intuition. Yeah, anything in astrology, like if you're having an urge to do something, sit with it. Because I don't think astrology should be used as like you have to live your life exactly in accordance to the stars. If you feel like doing something, you can look at the chart and just say like, well, if I make this choice, this placement might impact me in this way, and then decide if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. Bonnie says, I think you have Mother Mary energy, Jacqui. Thank you, Bonnie. Gee. Lindsay, that resonated so strongly. Beautiful. I'm glad that you were here to hear whatever I said. Anik just got here. Good morning, all. Happy Mother's Day to the mamas here. Yes, happy belated Mother's Day. Jacqui, you get detailed on a natal chart is an understatement, Jacqui. It's just fun. I don't know. It's what I enjoy doing. Chantel says, yes, I'm in a calm place. Then, yeah, if you don't feel like acting, there's a reason, you know? Before I hop to the cards, I do natal chart readings. So if you guys want to work with me, my link tree is in my bio. So you can see my website is on there as well. If you want to know more about astrology, like if you want to teach yourself, I have a course on Insight Timer called Astrology 101. That is a 13-day audio course giving the basics of astrology, so that you can take what I say here on these lives and have an idea of what that means for your own chart. Yeah. I've gotten good reviews on Astrology 101, so I recommend it if you'd like. Chantel, I've waited until after Mercury retrograde. And again, it's not everyone reacts to certain things the same way. So know yourself. You do you. You do you. All right, so we're going to pull some cards asking what will help us make our dreams a reality. We have the energy available. What do we need to know? So today I was guided to bring this Animal Apothecary deck. This is a fairly new deck for me, and I've been loving it. It just felt right. And I do group readings, so I invite you to send your positive energy into this deck. Jacqui says, I highly recommend Jacqui's natal chart readings, and her course is awesome if you love what she's doing here. Thank you, Jacqui. Asking our highest guides, with our highest intentions in mind, what we need in order to make our dreams a reality, what we need to know to continue to make our dreams a reality. Okay, thank you. Cool. So I'm going to show you, they all came out. The 3 cards flew out all together. So this message really wants to be together. That's how I take that when that happens. Jennifer's using claircognizance. She knows which cards are for her today. If this is your first time with me, or if you're fairly new to coming, I love to help you guys practice building your intuition through my readings. So I'm going to show you the backs of the cards. So you're going to see, hi Roxanne, you're going to see the same image 3 times. We're just getting started with our group reading, Roxanne, so it looks like you came at the perfect time. I'm going to show you the backs of the cards, and if you feel any sort of pull to one card or another, that could be your guides just saying like, hey, this, like, highlight this one, shine a light on this card. Like, this is what you need to hear more than the other ones. So when I pull my cards, I intend that the whole message is for everyone who's watching this, either live or on my YouTube replay. So the whole message is for you. If you, Bonnie, I hate you. If you feel a physical sensation when I hold up a certain card, so like if your nose itches, or if you get a twitch in your body, or if you have a ringing or a popping in your ear, or anything physical, or anything in your environment, if a crow caws, if your house shifts, if your dogs bark, if your cat rubs up against your arm, like anything that changes your reality, is a sign just to like pay extra attention to a certain card. Let me see. So Jennifer is working with 1, 2, then 3 in that order. Bonnie says, can you pull a card to see if cherry pie is in my chart for breakfast? Never mind, I'm intuiting it, yes. Follow your intuition, Bonnie. Roxanne, the fairly new, nice to see you. The technology with my setup and Insight Timer have not been friends for some time. Sometimes people have, like, sometimes it works if they exit the app and come back in. I've been doing a whole bunch of work in the background to fix this. I'm not just like ignoring this. I think I'm buying a new computer today. I bought one. It ended up to not have internet. Thank you, Mercury retrograde, and I'm buying another one today. So just to let you guys know, things are happening with that. But yeah, the technology thing, it's a lesson for me right now. Christine says, I ditto Jacqui. The course is amazing, and her natal chart readings are fun and very informative. Yeah, I don't like to do the doom and gloom. I definitely will like let you know if you need to know something, but everything, you create your own reality. I'm way off topic. I'm going to show you guys the backs of the cards now. Here's the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. The back of card number 3. And I didn't notice when they fell out of the deck, but there is a 4th card. It was stuck together. It looked like 3. So here's number 4. I'm nervous to try changing my sound. Oh, I like that, Bonnie. She says, for me, the pictures on the back come alive for the one I am choosing. So I'm going to ask you guys, there's some lag and I can't hear you well. I'm going to try just unplugging my microphone and going off of my laptop speakers. And I intend that this works flawlessly. Actually, I'm going to try switching. I'm not going to unplug it. I'm going to try to switch. And it looks like the settings switched. And will you please let me know if you can hear me better? can to manage it, but at this point it's like out of my hands. So I'm just gonna keep going. This is another reason why I put my replays on YouTube. So I'll show the cards one more time. Thank you, Christine. It can get very frustrating, but I'm trying to just flow with it, and this is why I do the YouTube live every once in a while, just to have a different platform. But here again is the back of card number 1. The back of card number 2. The back of card number 3. And the back of card number 4. That was an accident because the cards were stuck together and it appeared. Ooh, that's like a metaphor. I thought I had 3 cards, and then when I started working with the cards, I appeared to have 4. It's like you think you have a little, but you really have a lot. Nikki 4, Bonnie's working with 4, no one should be surprised. Jacqui 2 is action, 3 is overall, 4 is crown, third eye. Chantel all 4 today, but 3 and 4 are stronger. Anique, I'm going with 4 just for fun. Alice 4, I felt in my solar plexus. Interesting. All right, guys. 20 minutes to read 4 cards. I think we can do it today. Christine, 4, 3, 2 in that order. Wow. You guys really aren't resonating with card 1 today, I guess. So card number 1 is number 10, which is a 1, Master Manifester. And this is the Raven. If someone who knows my flow can just like type in the chat, Gina and Roxanne I think are a little bit confused right now, but I'm just gonna go with this. Raven lived a totally lonely life in the dark abyss of the universe with only one other creature, Spider. Anytime Spider crawled to Raven, Raven would freeze in terror, and Spider would sadly crawl away, for she did not want to scare Raven. Often you can find Raven gazing into the endless universe and dreaming about creating the world. Everything in his heart wanted to experience so much more, but he just didn't know how to create it. One day, Spider saw Raven projecting his dream into the universe. Spider crawled up to Raven, and as usual, Raven froze in fear. Spider sadly looked up to Raven, suffocating in his fear, and right before Spider was about to dart away, she decided to use her voice. She said, "Dear Raven, I know you do not trust me, but I can help you." Raven seemed to snap out of his hypnotic state of terror for a moment and looked down at Spider. "I can weave your dream into existence," said Spider. It was at this moment that Raven understood. Not only did he have to befriend his fear, who was Spider, but that his fear is what held the gift to allow him to manifest his dream. Once Raven could accept and deeply love all aspects of himself, one being the Spider, who represented his fear, then he was able to become the ultimate magician, the Master Manifester. Raven's medicine says when you honor all aspects of your being, you become whole. Wholeness equates to self-love, and your wholeness supercharges your magnetism to attract and create. When you befriend the painful parts of your personality, you will find they are the ones that hold the secrets that allow you to fully step into your purpose. Card number 1 is reminding us to face our fears. So we asked, let me look back at my notes, what will help us make our dreams a reality? Looking at what you're afraid of and working with it, right? There's a lot of people have fear about the shadow, doing shadow work, going into work with your past trauma. And again, I don't know if this is my naivety or whatever, but I never got that appeal. I never got that fear. I do shadow work often. It's enjoyable for me because I don't take it as fearful. I take it with a grain of salt. Like, yeah, I've had some nasty stuff happen to me, and I'm going to use my healed version of myself now, right? Like, I'm not perfect now, but I'm a lot more emotionally mature now than I was, when I had bad things happen to me in the past. So I'm going to go back with this emotional maturity, look at what I'm afraid of, and just hear what it has to say. Just like the raven looking at the spider and hearing what the spider has to say. If the raven continued to run from what he was afraid of, the spider, he would never have known that the spider can help weave his dreams into reality. So whatever you're afraid of right now is probably everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. I feel like I could talk about that card for like an hour, but not many of you guys were resonating with one today, at least the ones who were vocal about it, so I'm going to leave it at that and continue the reading. Thank you guys for explaining the readings while you allowed me to do my thing. Roxanne says, wholeness equates to self-love. Powerful. Perfect card for me. It almost made me cry. I love that. Yeah, we already are whole. Sometimes we just forget to invite certain part of ourselves to the party. Card number 2. Number 22. I love this reading already today. Card number 22. No expectations, from the Black Panther. Black Panther represents walking into the dark and exploring the feminine power of allowing development to come from the unknown. Walking into the unknown with no expectations is the key that will open the door to your success. The no expectations medicine of this card strongly advises you not to limit yourself with ideas about how anything will unfold. Life is planning something more delicious than you can currently understand. Something profound is on the horizon for you. Trust life without needing to be the dictator of how and when your manifestation will blossom into fruition. Intense expectations will only inhibit the ability of what is more extraordinary to develop. Take the risk for what you desire without the desperate need to control how it will unfold. A situation you perceive as a failure today may be what leads you to unfathomable success in 3 years. This is why an expectation of how you think things should work is futile. Understand that whatever occurs in your life is meant for your growth. Our misguided steps and our mistakes are our greatest teachers. Taking risks allows divine opportunities to present themselves. Take note if you are met with continuous resistance and rigid expectation. This is a universal sign that another direction is more beneficial, so take a step back and allow the path of least resistance to be revealed. This is not to say you should give up immediately, but it does warn you that you may be unaligned with the flow. It may also be a signal that you just need to wait a bit longer. Yeah, this is cool. This is more aligned with how I feel naturally. Let go of expectations, trust that the universe loves and supports you, and Okay, let me say this about manifestation, because I guess this is something that I've learned and it makes a lot of sense. I'll just use money as an example, right? So if you have an expectation of manifesting a certain salary every year, putting the number on what you want can be limiting, right? Because what if the universe wants you to make double, triple, 6 times more than that? So when it comes to like telling the universe what you want, I have seen more progress when I ask for like feelings of feeling secure, feeling abundant, feeling worthy of accepting, right? Like, let me feel whole. It's a good way to put it. So yeah, let go of expectations of like, I need to make this dollar amount, and let the universe surprise you with everything that it has for you. Does that make sense? And also, this card pointed to the, like, when things seem to be hitting the fan, that they're not failures, they could be setting you up for the most beautiful thing that has ever happened, you know? I think back to when I left my previous relationship. It was like a 6-year relationship, living together, very financially tied together, and I got to the boiling point. I said, I can't do this. I rented a room for $400 for a couple months because that's all I could afford at the time. I started working 3 jobs. I paid off all my debt, and I met my current husband. Like, you go to the darkness in order for the universe to say, like, all right, good job. You did your work. You're learning. Take this. Jacqui says, so surprised how much card 1 resonated with me, even though my claircognizance didn't pick it up. It can be surprising. I'm kind of waiting to see the whole reading to figure out maybe like why no one resonated with number 1, if it's like a precursor to the other cards or something like that. Jennifer, wow, first the Raven to embrace fear, then the Black Panther to let go of expectations. Wow, yes, I love it. Gina says card number 2 perfectly describes what I'm going through right now. Ditto. Both of these cards so far, and I trust that the rest of the cards are going to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to say card number 1 was card number 10, which in numerology you remove the zeros. So there's a 1. Card number 2 was number 22. Card number 3 is number 30. I just love this. I just love this. You are more, from the Eagle Lightbringer. Eagle flies high, able to soar at altitudes of up to 10,000 feet. His relationship is close to the sun, and he brings a message about the light you shine. When Eagle flies into your card reading, he speaks of your noble destiny. You are a light bringer, and you are created to shine in order to not only heal yourself, but also humanity. Eagle says that being a light bringer is a lofty and honorable duty, but it does not come without carrying the weight of the world. Often, as a light bringer, you have a deep relationship with pain, but this was necessary for you to be able to shine so within the darkness. You have the ability to feel on deep levels and cannot endure the suffering of the world and its creatures. Your cries for justice might often fall on deaf ears, but you are meant to endure your pain and transmute it into light so you can illuminate the world. Understand that you have a profound gift, and your existence is a part of humanity's evolution to achieve its greatest potential, world peace. Your light heals, brings love, and dissolves suffering. Your light is who you are, and you must embrace your greatness and step into yourself to shine fully. You must do all the self-work to remove the veils of ego from your heart so you can fully be your highest self and allow the light of love to heal humanity. You must honor your body and take care of it. You must do the psychological work to deprogram all your toxic beliefs, and you must independently investigate your spiritual existence and your relationship with the great mystery. Please take this message with urgency and honor your gift. To receive Eagle is a privilege. His medicine asks you to respect your greatness. You are a servant of light. This is like the reminder that we needed to be able to go into our fear. It's like this is the reason why we go into the shadow, why we look at the fear, why we give up expectations, is to let our wings spread. When we are bound by fear, I'm seeing this eagle like perched, and the fear is a rope wrapped around his wings, and he can't go anywhere because this fear is binding him. And just by standing there and not doing anything, he's allowing the fear to bind him. But the rope isn't that strong. Lots of fears are just perceived. You know, like they're scarier than we think they are because we haven't looked at them. So the eagle's gonna look at this rope and notice like, oh, if I just shimmy over to the left a little bit, the rope's gonna come free, and then I can spread my wings and fly. And then everyone who's watching me fly says, wow, what a beautiful eagle. That makes me happy that I'm seeing that beautiful eagle. Yeah, this is like the reason to do all of your fear work. Roxanne, this is the Animal Apothecary deck. I'm holding it up on the screen for a couple more seconds because I think my video and audio might be off right now, but here it is. Animal Apothecary. Okay, you guys are having some glitches. This will be up on YouTube. Sharon, this is something that always confuses me. How can I dream of the future that I want to manifest and attract without having expectations? I get you. I feel the same. I get it, Sharon. It is very confusing. I haven't clicked it yet, but like sometimes I'll try things and they work for a period of time, and then sometimes I try other things and they work for a period of time. Something that's really helped me is like focusing on how you want to feel instead of focusing on the things that you want. That's really it. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I want a homestead. I want to be self-sufficient. So what do I want? I don't want the garden. I don't want the pigs. I don't want the cabin. I want to feel self-independent. Like, I want to feel independent. I want to feel accomplished. I want to feel like I'm the master of my reality, is what that comes down to. And then the more you look for how you already feel that way in your current reality, and you focus where your attention goes, energy flows. Focus on how you already have those feelings because they're there. You already are everything. You already have everything. It's all about what you place your focus on, which is what I brought up earlier. If you focus on the victim, woe is me, this happens, this sucks, somebody tell me it's okay, you're focusing on, so you think that your incarnation is all small. If you focus on where do I have independence, I quit my job. There's independence. I'm going to be grateful that I chose to make that choice. There's a whole bunch of difficulties going on in the background, you know, like it's still there. I'm aware that I need to do certain things to make the life I want, but I'm choosing to focus and amplify on what already is there that is amazing. Thanks for asking. That felt good to get out. Christine says, Sharon, the outcome might exceed your expectations. The trick is to let go of your expectations of the outcome. I hope that makes sense. The outcome might exceed your expectations. The trick is to let go of your expectations of the outcome. Another technique that I've heard about this conundrum is also like setting your intentions and adding or better. I intend to attract X amount of clients or more. I intend to attract X amount of matches on Tinder or more. Like whatever it is you're trying to bring into your life, if that makes sense. Okay. Card number 4, which I thought there were 3 cards. And now there are 4, and a couple chats just came through. Thank you, Bonnie, for that. Bonnie asked, Roxanne, have you joined Jacqui's group, our spiritual community? The cards will be summarized there later today. Thank you for the reminder, Bonnie. Rish, recently I have seen an eagle fly close by on numerous occasions. I picked 3 and 4. I love it. If animals continue to come into your awareness, like the same animal over and over and over, it's trying to work with you. It's trying to invite you to use its medicine. So whatever the medicine means for you, Google spiritual meaning of eagle, metaphysical meaning of eagle, or however that comes out to you. Take what resonates. Leave the rest. Chantel said, unbelievable, card 1, 2, and 3 answered my question without the action I was talking about. Got very emotional with card 3. Aw, I love it. All right, let's wrap it up with card number 4. If you guys have been enjoying today's session, I know that the technology isn't our best friend, but if you've been enjoying the energy exchange, donations are always appreciated, never expected. You can also follow me here on Insight Timer. You can follow my YouTube channel. All of my links are in my link tree if you want to see what else I'm up to. Hopping on my email list will keep you updated on what I'm doing outside of here. I am a busy bunny, always trying new things. So if you like the energy, I'm me all of the time, everything that I do. Card number 4. Okay, so it's not like a 4 number, but it's 2. It's 20. Okay, card number 4. It's card number 20. You are what you think. By the Flamingo. Flamingo is not born pink. She takes on her color because of the pink krill she eats in a clear depiction of you are what you eat. She appears in your reading to say, you are what you think. The medicine of this card requires a profound amount of discipline toward the way you think. The true importance of our thoughts is demonstrated by quantum physics, which reveals that what we feel and think greatly affects our reality. Our thoughts create a wave of energy that is then mirrored back to us in material form with a delayed response. I'm going to read that back because I really like that. Our thoughts create a wave of energy that is then mirrored back to us in material form with a delayed response. This means that if you do not instantly get what you think, this means that you do not instantly get what you think, but if you feel and believe something for long enough, you will see that belief mirrored back to you at a future point in time. Flamingo asks, what inner narrative are you nourishing? Does the image in your mind produce an outcome or of fulfillment or defeat? Flamingo's medicine suggests scripting for altering and transforming your inner beliefs. Scripting is the process of rewriting your story to program your subconscious with a new, more profound understanding of your existence. You will need to acquire a journal and dedicate at least 5 to 10 minutes every night to write out your new reality. Scripting before bed sets up your subconscious to have these ideas implemented while sleeping. Scripting is easy and fun. It's writing out the reality you intend to happen as if it already happened. For example, one might state, I am so excited to create my own business, and it happened so easily. I am connecting with people on such deep levels. I'm so grateful I found the person of my dreams. ... Scripting is intentional brainwashing. And after about 1 month of scripting every night, you will see your world totally shift into your new story. I love this, and it's very in alignment with what we were talking about earlier. How you talk about yourself is how you think about yourself, and as much as it might seem like you're not in control of your thoughts, with practice, you can be. A lot of our thoughts are automatic. There's these things called ANTs, A-N-Ts, automatic negative thoughts, which, when they go unnoticed, they literally can run your life, and then you put your attention and energy towards these negative beliefs, these negative thoughts, like, I'll never make it. I don't have what it takes. My motivation level doesn't match my perceived outcome. Blah, blah, blah. I'll never lose weight because I love food too much. Like, those things. Most of your thoughts are not real. Like, 90% of your thoughts are perception-based. I invite you to challenge your thoughts every once in a while, too. If you catch yourself having a negative thought, anything that tells you that you can't do something, question yourself. Like, is that 100% true? Is that factually true? Or is that my strong opinion at this time? And you literally create your own reality. You are what you think. That was something else that came up. The scripting, I've heard of it. Abraham Hicks, the Law of Attraction book, they talk about it as the workshop, going into a meditation and visualizing the exact circumstance that you desire in your life. So to answer Sharon's question from before, how do you let go of your expectations but still manifest what you want? By making this a daily practice, which I'm not going to lie, like, that's just not what I do right now. So that's why it didn't come to mind, but it's other people have done it. If you make this a daily practice, scripting 5 to 10 minutes before bed, sitting in a visualization of what you want your life to look like, your desires will slightly shift every time you do it, because you're putting your subconscious in the reality that it's already there. So then your conscious mind, when you're living your real life, will start to pick up on what is already available. Does that make sense? And then the next day you're going to go back and you're going to sit in your subconscious. You're going to mind control yourself to tell your brain, okay, I have everything I need. And then in your reality, your conscious mind is going to see everything that you need, and then you're going to find that one little other thing you'd like to tweak, like, oh, this will make me a little bit more happy, and then you go back and you program it in, and then it's a work in progress. Very, very interesting that I had that situation over the weekend where I found that something I manifested 3 years ago is coming to fruition. It's not perfect yet, but like, things can take time. The instant gratification that we've been brainwashed to be attracted to, I feel like I was born in 91, you know, like the internet, I grew up with the internet. It was kind of like, I don't know the word. Like, not everyone had it. It wasn't a household staple until I was in like junior high school, but still, like, that instant, like, I had computers growing up, you know, you want to open a file, you click on it, there it is. And it's been a work in progress to feel into, like, well, it feels good to work on stuff and to build, and like the gratification of one step at a time, enjoying the journey, not just looking for the end goal. You know what I mean? You're welcome, Sharon. I saw that. Thank you very kindly for your donation, Lindsay. It's much appreciated. Alexa says, well, yeah, the body. Thoughts equal emotions in body. Emotion equals energy in motion. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's like, there's like a million books that talk about this. You Can Heal Your Life is a book by Louise Hay that is like one of my Bibles. I go to it all the time to see if I'm having a physical pain, what energy signature is behind that pain, and I've dispelled pain from my body through affirmations, just saying. What else? Like The Body Keeps Score. I never read that book, but I know that that's another big one in the community. Christine, Rush the Eagle may be one of... Oh, Rish. The eagle may be one of your spirit guides, your spirit animal. I agree with Jacqui. Look it up. I got the book Animal Speak. Lots of information. I heard about it here with Jacqui. Ooh, I love that book. That's another one of my Bibles. Animal Speak by Ted Andrews. It's a shamanic book. It teaches about the messages that animals in your incarnation bring to you. My gosh, it's changed my life. Yeah, everything in our awareness is a message for us. It's all an opportunity to grow and learn and understand in a different way. Bonnie says, I think I'm telepathically journaling. You can. That's what Abraham Hicks calls the workshop. It's a meditation. You just sit and you dream. You dream. Neptune. And then take action. Like pray for what you want, dream for what you want, and then choose to take action. You don't need to build Rome in a day, but like do one thing today. One thing. Do one thing today that your future self will thank you for. Thank you guys for being here today. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the support and all the sharing and all the camaraderie and everything. Thank you for being patient with the technological issues. I don't know how long it's going to take for my new computer to come in, but I'm actually really excited because I'm going to set it up in my Reiki room. I'm in my bedroom right now, which has served me well in the past, but like it's time for a change. It's time for a shift. So yeah, when the new computer comes in, I'm going to reorganize my whole office downstairs, which I'm actually really excited for. I think that energy needs a shift around as well. And I'll be doing these in a different room, which will be fun and interesting. And on a new computer. I really wonder if it might just be this computer is like taking a dump. It's old. It's time for an upgrade. So thank you guys for sticking it out with me. I appreciate your love and support. I'll be back tomorrow here on Insight Timer at 8:15 Central, the same time as always. Tomorrow we have Jupiter entering Taurus. My goodness. Then tomorrow after Insight Timer, I'm going to have like a secondary follow-up session on YouTube, YouTube Live. So search my name on YouTube if you want to see that. That's Piston in the background. He's my big boy. He's our baby. He's 4. Look at he knows I'm talking about him. Yeah, he's 4. He's our baby. He's our biggest. He's like 100 pounds. I love that kid. So tomorrow after Insight Timer, I'll be on YouTube Live, and it'll be a little bit more like intimate. Like you tell me where this is in your chart and I'll talk about it. And then on Friday, I'll be back to talk about the new moon. So, our spiritual community is the group that I have here on Insight Timer. Bonnie is the best. She types up everything that we talk about as far as the cards. She'll put like a little, cliff note of the reading in there so you guys can reread it to get the messages again. And then this is going to be up on my YouTube channel as well. Love to all. Namaste. I feel like I can talk for the next 2 hours because this was a really good reading, but all good things must come to an end. I'll see you guys tomorrow.